Hey everybody, Jem Schofield here with the C47 and another episode of Gearbox. Please remind me to stop being such a numbnut. I went this morning and I did 2 different setups for a shoot, and in neither of those setups did I sit down and shoot my episode of Gearbox. So here I am back at home base at the Batcave. I'm loading my stuff back into my office and I have to set up again so that I can shoot Gearbox. Okay, so what I did is this is a setup you guys have seen before. I just put the camera inside of my little hallway here. I have the mic coming off of a nasty clamp, which I don't think there's been a job in the last 9-10 months that I haven't used a nasty clamp on. And that's what I have the little shotgun mic on. I've shown you guys that stuff before. And then I set up a little LED light to just get a little bit of a catch light and realize that here I am midday and everything behind me was completely blown out if I wanted to get correct exposure on myself. So what's the solution to that? Well, the solution is to have more light on the subject so you can sort of even things out. Let me show you what happens when I turn off what I've now turned on, which is an LED 600, a 1x1, and what happens to the background and what I have to do to get correct exposure. And by the way, I also have just sort of the middle of a little 5-in-1 multi-disc there acting as a little silk to just sort of diffuse a little bit the light that's coming down on my fabulous bald head. Okay, hold on. Okay, so as soon as I do that, let me look in the monitor. You can see that I don't have enough exposure. So I'm going to go ahead and increase that to start to get correct exposure. But you can see what's starting to happen here. And I'm looking up at the monitor just for reference. And obviously I have a problem here. Now, as soon as I turn the light back on, I can go ahead and I can stop the lens down a little bit so that I'm letting less light into it. I can get a more even exposure here between the background and myself. And let me just see something. Yeah, looks like I'm in the clear there with that silk. It's just sitting right outside of frame there, so we'll see what happens. If it was windy, we'd have a little bit of a problem. So there you have it, airplane coming overhead. Make sure that your lighting that you're using is strong enough so that you can balance between what's happening in the background. I'm not using any kind of ND right now, but I am able to throw enough light, and that same principle would apply if you were using something like a reflector. Get more light on the subject, then you can stop the lens down a little bit. If you've got lots of distance, you're going to get that shallow depth of field anyway. And that's it for today. I'll see you guys next time on Gearbox.